Okay, welcome back, all four of you. Anywho, we are playing The Legend of Dragoon. If you are caught up to speed, last time we entered this very ominous cave that is between South Sertio and North Sertio. Now, before I get too deep into this episode, I want to tell you guys a tale. So, a long time ago, when I got this sword. I'm sorry, I saw sword and my fucking brain said sword. A long time ago when I got this game, there was a lot of different things that happened while I was getting it. So first and foremost, I remember back when Walmart had PlayStation 1 games. That's how old I am. But I remember I had ooh, that's almost to the last bracket. I need a random battle. I remember going to Walmart, and I wasn't even interested in this game. I didn't know this game existed. What I was interested in was, at the time, a Dragon Ball Z PlayStation 1 game. I don't remember which one it was. It was a 2D fighter, but it looked really cool, and I loved Dragon Ball Z. So, of course, being the child that I was, I begged my grandmother to get it for me. Now, I don't know how much this Dragon Ball Z game was, but she refused to get it for me. She instead looked over at this innocuous game I had never seen before and was like, how about this instead? I'll buy you this. I didn't know what the game was. I didn't know what it was. But I knew my grandmother. It was either this game she pointed out or no game at all. So I said yes and took home The Legend of Dragoon. I remember vividly in the car, I opened it, and I remember vividly reading through the manual, which was just such a wonderful experience. You know, back in the day, we had these things called manuals that would flesh out the world and show us stuff, and it was very, very cool. And I think now we're gonna switch to Volcano. I don't know if you need to get that to say 99, but it is at max level now. And as you can see, at max level, it's more powerful than Volcano's base level. It'll do 2 points more in damage, well, a percentage, and it does 15 more SP. It's very nice. It's very good. But now we can switch to Volcano and we can start leveling that one up. Back to my story. Anywho, I had no idea about this game, but I read through the booklet. I read all like the interesting tidbits of information, and I was very excited to play it. Now, at the time, I had, just gotten a PS1. I'm pretty sure the PS2 was already out, but I was poor and I got what I could. So, I remember coming home, slapping it into my PlayStation, and being just mesmerized by the graphics, because at this point, I had only been playing like NES and SNES, but this was obviously full 3D. It wasn't my first full 3D game. The reason I say that Legend of Dragoon is not my favorite PlayStation 1 game, this is a counterattack. You have to press circle, and that is his volcano attack. Shanna, you gonna kill one? Yeah, go Shanna. Look at her little victory stance. Anywho, the reason I say that it's not my favorite PlayStation 1 game is because my favorite PlayStation 1 game is actually Ape Escape, and it was one of the first 3D games I'd ever played. But this game, at the time, looked mesmerizing. I know now that all these backgrounds are painted like Resident Evil style, but that doesn't matter. It was a very good-looking game. And so, I remember I started it, and, I had been used to password systems. I had been used to all this stuff with NES and SNES. But here I am playing a PlayStation 1 game and realizing I had no way to save. So this was pretty much my first RPG. I think I had played some Final Fantasy, but this was my first solid foray into RPGs. And why do I keep running into spiders? And I could play it, but I couldn't save it. So I would play as far as I could. I messed that up. I would play as far as I could, and then I'd have to stop because there was no way to save. So what happened was, I'd play the game every single day, and I would always get to this cave. And there is a boss in this cave. a boss that I could not beat because I was a child who had never played an RPG, and I was playing this as fast as I could, struggling constantly. I wasn't, taking my time. I was just trying to see as much as I could before I had to go to bed. So imagine me playing this game over and over and over and over again, playing the beginning of this game over and over for about a week, always getting to this cave, getting to the boss that's in this cave, and failing every time. Eventually, I begged my mother for a memory card. I don't know how much memory cards for PlayStation 1 were back in the day. I'm assuming they were like 20 or 30 bucks for like this little pissant PlayStation 1 few megabytes memory card. It's ridiculous to think like now I've got a PlayStation 5 with like 600 gigs, and I could even upgrade that because my father-in-law does computer stuff. He made my PS4 into a 2 terabyte PS4, and he's told me he'll put a 2 terabyte in my PS5 as well. But like it's so weird because I played this game over and over again, the beginning of this game over and over again. And the funniest thing, before I go into this boss fight, I want y'all to understand the exhalation, the exhilaration, the excitement. When I finally beat this boss and got this nugget of information after the boss that something's up, that something really interesting is happening in this game. Like, the game up until this point, in my opinion, is interesting. However, after this boss fight, I feel like you are even more enthralled and want to figure out what's going on. So I'm gonna play, I'm gonna fight the boss, and then you guys will see. But understand, when I first got this game, I could not get past this boss because I could not save, I could not farm. I wasn't good at the game yet. And I remember vividly beating this boss and going into North Serdio, going to the kingdom of Basil, and being just excited for more. So let's go ahead and deal with it. I hope you enjoyed the story. That's the story of how I came into contact with LOD. Almost didn't happen. If my grandmother had bought me that stupid DBZ game, I may have never played this game. There's something there. Could that be the much talked about guardian of the cave? Also, I know that I do weird voices, and I don't know if any of the voices are consistent. I am sorry, but I'm trying. Shanna, step back. Don't worry about me. I can help. It's coming. It's a giant serpent monster. I love it. I don't know if this boss does counterattacks. Some bosses will counterattack the shit out of you. Luckily for me, I put the poison guard on Dart. That would have probably poisoned me. If I'm correct, I think I have one body purifier in my inventory. When you get into longer and more elaborate combos, there can also be several, if I remember correctly, there can be several counterattacks. The combat in this game is always engaging. You obviously you have to learn the combos and do them, otherwise you're not gonna... Don't poison us. Okay. See, this is one of the gimmicks of this boss. Now he's up high, and none of my melee fighters will be able to reach him, so I'm just going to have them guard while Shanna attacks. That's one of the good things about her. She is a ranged fighter. And every time you're defending, you're replenishing some health. Ah, god damn it. Shanna's poisoned. Great. I love that. I'm just going to guard her to replenish health. Levitz is good on health. Dart got a little messed up in this fight. You can't poison Dart. As long as I keep defending her, she won't die. She'll keep replenishing the health that she's lost because of the poison. Let's see. I have 2 body purifiers. I'm going to use one. Get that damn poison off of her. Alright, he's back down, which means I can attack him. But real quick, I'm also going to use this on Dart. Top him off a little bit. Booyah. Get him. I've seen different reviewers. There's one video I really like. It's like 4 hours long, but it's like this entire retrospective / review / discussion of Legend of Dragoon. And he talks about how he doesn't like the Ultimate War God. God damn it. He doesn't like the Ultimate War God because, like a lot of us fans of this game, he really enjoys the engaging battle system. But I think the Ultimate War God is a good item that will help like players that are not able to get some of these later additions down. It's a good item that'll help them get the additions up so that they can get the ultimate moves. Because later in the game, you're going to want the more powerful moves. You're going to want to do as much damage as possible with some of the wild stuff this game throws at you in its like last 2 discs. Like, not to spoil anything, but you're going to be fighting all kinds of weird and magical and powerful beings. Levitz. He's almost dead. You're going down. If Shanna kills him while he's in the air, he'll have to come down for the finisher. We'll see. Get him. Not quite dead yet. Get him, Shanna. Bring him down. Shanna, you are very low on health. Gonna need to get you through this boss fight. Oh, I think he's dead. Yep. Enjoy. I'm not gonna speak. We did it. Actually, I am gonna have to speak. I'm sorry. Now let's get on our way to Endel's castle. Shanna? Shanna! What was... Oof. War God's Amulet is not the things I've been talking about. If I'm correct, that's something else. Anywho, that was the cutscene I got to enjoy after about a week of playing the beginning of this game over and over and over again. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything. I know there's people that are watching this that have the entire story memorized like I do. But at the beginning of the game, they kidnapped Shanna, and you saw an object held over her head. Her forehead glowed. Again, the forehead glowed. This is, of course, a power, a mysterious one, and it won't let her be harmed. So keep that in mind, because it's very important, and it is pretty much the most important thing in the entire game. There's a lot of side stories in this, a lot of different characters on their own personal journeys. Obviously, Dart wants to find the black monster. You have different characters trying to accomplish different things, but every single one of their fates is intertwined. Like it's called the Legend of Dragoon for a reason, because everything that happens is absolutely fucking legendary. Oh yeah, sweet level ups. What on earth happened? I don't know. Anyway, we are safe. We should think about how to get out of here. It'll be fine when we get to Bail. I think. Alrighty. Oh, there was an edge I was caught on. So, like, I, years ago, beat that boss, saw that cutscene, and then I'm like, oh, all of this is new to me. Granted, any of you that have never played this game and are just watching me play it, you don't know what's coming either. But, like, it was just, oh, man, it was so cool. Oh, I think poison stays. Yeah, there are a few status effects that will stay in this game. Actually, I think all of them stay. But, regardless... At the very least, one thing this game doesn't do is if a character dies in combat, if I remember correctly, unlike Final Fantasy, they don't stay dead. They'll revive with 1 HP after the combat. So you can just heal them back up and not waste a revive item. But yeah, here we are, north of Serdia. And we are coming up to this place that I have to fight an enemy before I can get to. What do we have? Oh, fuck you. This is a secret enemy. I say secret because if I remember correctly, there's no real way to take these things out without special items. I don't even know if I can hit it. But there are certain secret enemies throughout the game that you'll run into that will give you either immense amounts of gold or immense amounts of experience. But they have such a high agility stat, if I remember correctly, you either can't hit them or they run away from battle before you can finish them off. They've only got like 4 or 5 hit points, but let's see if I can even hit them. Nope, can't hit them. Yeah, their agility is too high. Oh, Shanna hit him. And then it runs away. Fuck. So there are special items that you can use to put enemies to sleep. There's only like 3 or 4 of them in the game, and you can use them on things like that creature in order to get either a lot of gold or to get a lot of experience. I never bothered with them because they're fucking annoying, and some of them have instant kill attacks when they leave combat, and I just don't like them, so fuck them. We are in Bail. Ah, yes. I love this place. My sinuses are still beating me up pretty good. Can't remember what the point of coming over here is. I don't know. Walk. I don't see anything. I don't remember. And again, I don't even know where all the Stardust are when I actually start hunting them, which you should start hunting them around, I don't know, I want to say Disc 2. There are certain points in the game where if you don't collect it, you may not be able to get it, but you should definitely start hunting them later. But I don't even know where all of them are. I'll have to look up a guide to get that trophy, but, you know. Hey, drunk guy. He's drunk. He wants booze. You gotta get him booze. Sup? Spirits? Yeah, I have good ones. 100G per bottle. Want it? Thanks. I don't need to rest at the end. Item shop or weapon shop? Item shop. Let's see what we got. I do need to sell some stuff. I do not want these. Some people might be annoyed by it making you sell items and buy items individually. My excuse is there's only 32 items. You're not going to be like scrolling super far. The bracelets don't need to be kept. What does this do again? Ah, yes, that's what it does. Now, here's the thing I heard. You can keep old weapons, and they will help with farming additions. I don't really think it's necessary, but if you want to hold on to the broadsword or anybody's starting weapon in order to make your attacks less powerful so that you can get more additions in when you're farming, that is an excellent strategy. Let's see, let me just... I'm going to equip Levitz with the War God so I can sell his bracelet because he doesn't need it. Booyah. Alrighty, thank you. But Brett, you didn't buy any items. I don't need to buy any items. Oh, I can't remember. Yep, Stardust. Got a trophy for collecting 1 Stardust. Can't remember if there's 30 of them or 50 of them throughout the game. There's a fucking lot of them, though. So I think over here, that door to the, not the one I just went in, but the other door is Levitz's home. Can't remember if there's any Stardust in here. I know there's a item chest over here, but I don't remember how to get to it. I think I have to go through Levitz's house. Anywho, we can't go to his house yet because he wants to report to the king first. He'll just stop me. Yeah. Wait. I'll visit my mom after I finish briefing King Albert. I have to draw a line as a knight. Whatever you say. I think we also need access to the castle before we can do all the things with Drunk Guy, but we can at least give him the bottle and move him. Smells like spirits. And they're good ones. Oh, you're gonna give me spirits? Brother, you're generous. Well, I'll have it. There you go, buddy. Go sit in the corner and drink. Yeah, we're underneath the castle now. That's why the music changed. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to do down there. Dart, stop getting hung up on terrain. How can I open this? Yeah, I need to get the castle first before I can open all this shit. But that's okay, the guy's moved. I can't remember if it's items or stardust or both, but I know that it will help. And if I remember correctly, the stardust, it's not necessary to collect stardust to beat the game. You can beat the game just fine without stardust. But there is a game-long quest for collecting it and giving it to a certain NPC that we'll run into later. And when you give it to them, they will, I think for every 10 stardust you give them, they will give you a rare item that I don't think you can get elsewhere in the video game. So this is also one of the first places you can like really explore. I'll need to get to that boat to get to that room, but yeah, this is I feel like this is one of the first places you can really explore and like go into buildings and find things and do things and interact with people. You can talk to every one of these NPCs. I'm just not going to because I don't really have anything to say to them. This is, I think this is a healing shop. I think. Yeah, this is where they'll use magic to heal you. I don't really need to do that. I can't remember if they charge you, but they probably do. Everybody in this game wants some money. There's a big-ass library, but I don't remember if there's anything to collect. Later in the game, though, because there is a trophy for it, I'll run around and grab all the stardust. This is the weapon shop. Don't know if there's any better weapons, though. Thank you. I don't think I should purchase that because I'm pretty sure I'll collect one in the castle. But scale armor would be better. See how expensive some of this stuff gets, though? Yeah, so that the bravery amulet will keep you from getting the abnormal status of fear, the abnormal status of stunned, panic is confusion, all this. So yeah, let's see. I'm gonna buy one of these. Dart disarmed. Scale armor. Yes. He's already got the bastard sword, and I'm fairly certain that there is a sparkle arrow in the castle, so I'm not buying that. Always wait on buying certain things, because you will find more of it. But like even now, I'm fairly certain I'll find another scale armor or something for Dart. But certain things you'll find in the environment. Like, it's not exactly like Final Fantasy where you should, like, equip new shit at every shop. You should wait and see if you can find stuff, because you're going to want... See? What'd I tell you? Sparkle Arrow. Didn't need to buy it. You should wait and explore your environment, because you will find all kinds of stuff. Yeah, those ladders there lead down where I can unlock stuff. That door, I think, leads back outside. I'm basically in the basement of the castle at the moment. Stardust. I remember that one. They're hidden all over the place. It's much better to just look up a guide than trying to, like, hit X on every goddamn fucking thing you find. Because, like, that's an endeavor. Booyah. Now that I've got that open, I'm going to go do it real quick because I want to get it out of the way. I know they'll probably never remake this game. And if they did remake it, they'd probably screw a lot of it up. Like, Sony, if you ever decide to remake this game, number one, keep it turn-based. The addition system is too good to lose to a generic hack and slash. But the idea of exploring an environment like this one in full 3D, seeing the breadth of this, capital city would be excellent. Because there's other areas that I would love to see fully 3D and explorable and, all this shit. I would love it. Absolutely love it. But this is basically a game Sony forgot about. I don't know why they forgot about it, but they did forget about it. And I'd love to see more of it. I'd love to see it with better graphics. Really, the only thing I would want to see it with is better graphics. They keep the gameplay exactly the same, like just high-res everything else. But if they did remake it and did it fully 3D, that would be amazing. I just doubt they'd ever do that. 20 gold. All right, now the boat. Like, I think this environment's pretty, but I imagine in full 3D, riding the boat, seeing the sparkling, clear waters of Basil, and exploring, and it would just, man, it'd be amazing. It'd be absolutely fucking amazing. But they're never gonna do that, because they hate good shit. Hi, drunk guy. Hope you're enjoying that bottle. I'm not controlling any of this, by the way. You just got to watch the boat go. It will eventually bring you back to under the castle, so it's a good idea to just do it so you can get the stuff. Now, was it an item or Stardust? I think it's Stardust that's hidden in here. I think. Yeah, Stardust. Yeah, no item. Stardust. You definitely want that, though. Like, I get it. It's all painting, but the panning and everything, I don't know. I have so much nostalgia for this fucking video game. I think you can see this angle too when you go on a balcony. Otherwise, I think this is the only way to look at this angle, but it's good. It's real good. And we're back. Now, if there was a way to quickly get back in the castle, that'd be excellent, but you kind of got to run back out and go around. Thanks, drunk guy. Depending on how you play the game, 100 gold might be very expensive for you to buy a bottle of booze to give to a guy, but considering how rare Stardust is and how it gives you special items that I think you can't get elsewhere in the game, it's worth it. We don't need to go back in the basement. Alright, so we're upstairs. It's a very beautiful and elaborate castle. Excuse me. Don't mind me, I'm just robbing your gold stashes. That's all I'm doing. I love this soundtrack too. $100 gold. There you go. You got it right back. You ain't got to worry about feeling like you got screwed out of gold. I can't remember if there's any Stardust hiding. There is. There is Stardust. Is this that balcony I was thinking? Yes, it is. Beautiful. Ladder. Active ring. What does that one do? Does that increase my... Despiriting. Yes, okay. Despiriting is a real bitch of a status too. I don't know if it lessens damage, but later in the game it pretty much prevents you from collecting spirit energy, which is what you're going to want if you want to, you know, I don't know, use the Dragoon power that you're going to get later. So yeah, it's a bitch of a status. Alrighty. I am Levitz, head of the First Knighthood. Levitz Slambert. I am back from the field. Oh, Levitz. I was feeling uneasy because I heard you were missing. Oh, please make yourself comfortable. Everyone. Your Majesty, it's more than I deserve. It was true. His Majesty was so dismayed that he couldn't see to his affairs of state. Oh, Noish. Please don't tease me. Levitz is a friend from my childhood, as well as a master of martial arts. Anyway, what? Master of martial... He's a spearman. Anyway, where have you been? After my first knighthood was wiped out, I was captured by Sandora and held against my will in Helena prison. What? In Helena? However, thanks to the act of this young man, I managed to break out. Let me introduce these people to you. Dart and Shanna. They are from Celes. I thank you for saving Levitz. I appreciate from the bottom of my heart. In gratitude for this, tell me if you need anything. I have a favor to ask. Is it possible to take care of Shanna in this castle? What? It seems Imperial Sandora attacked Celes to take Shanna away, so they could go after Shanna any time. And when I think of it, is that the reason you brought me here? Shanna. I can walk next to Dart. I've been working towards that. There is nothing we can do about the time we were apart, but I want to be with you forever. Yeah, she loves him. Ugh. Unfortunately, you cannot leave her here. Imperial Sandora obtained the force called the Dragon and went on the offensive. We are holding the battle line in Houx, but if the dragon can fly at low altitudes and directly attack the castle, we cannot defend it, even with the high ramparts. There is no place safe in Serdio now. Besides, you do know how she feels about you, don't you? Dart's oblivious. Shanna, it may be even more dangerous from now on. I don't mind, as long as I can be with you, Dart. Well, I take back the request, but one more thing. I would like to ask a question to Minister Nosh. Ask me anything, son. My head is filled with all the legends and history of the continent of endlessness. I was on a journey to pursue the Black Monster. The Black Monster. The monster that attacked Neat 18 years ago. The only thing I know is that he deprived me of my parents and my hometown. You were a victim of the devil. I want to hear everything. Please tell me about it. There is hardly any information left. Everything that was related to him is reduced to ashes. The only thing I know is the Black Monster is called the devil that disobeyed the Great Existence, and is also known for devouring the god. Devouring the god? Yes, and surprisingly, it shows up in history beginning 11,000 years ago. 11,000 years ago is the time the Dragon campaign ended. You're exactly right, Your Majesty. Instead, I will tell you the story of the Dragon campaign. Here you go, enjoy. It's a very strange cutscene.
As if they were gods, Winglies ruled over all living creatures and used them as slaves. The enslaved suffered a terrible domination and injustice. Their anger turned to a flame of fury. Then a gust of wind blew throughout the lands, spreading the flame to a blazing fire. The wind was Emperor Diaz. 7 incarnations of dragons served the Emperor. Their bravery inspired people to take up arms. Thus began the Dragon campaign. It was a harsh war. Both people and Winglies suffered countless injuries and fatalities. After a long period of suffering, it was the humans who acquired the future. The age of humans had begun.
So that cutscene isn't very impressive. Honestly, it looks kind of like a child drew most of it, but it is, of course, like ancient drawings and things from primitive man, because humanity was enslaved by a race called the Winglies. And the 7 incarnations of dragons are, of course, 7 dragoons with different elements. Emperor Diaz was a powerful man who led the campaign against the Winglies to basically free us from enslavement. Winglies were so greatly more powerful than humans that we had to use the power of dragons to free ourselves. Like, their magical prowess beats almost anything else in the game. The Black Monster appeared after the Dragon campaign? Excuse me, sir. It's time for the war meeting. I see. Tell them that we will come soon. Dart, Shanna, this war will be particularly harsh. This war will be a particularly harsh one for those who no longer have a home to return to. The castle is very quiet now. It is the best place to think about your future. Also, by the way, has anybody noticed that guy standing in the background? Surely someone has noticed the guy standing in the fucking background. If not, go ahead, take a moment, look at him. Does he look familiar? Does he look dangerous? Does he look like the man that kidnapped Shanna? Yeah, you're right. But this is our first time in a castle. Well, there is a place with a great view next to this room. Go enjoy yourself. The view from the castle. I see. Please excuse me. She is so hasty. Please excuse me too. Don't mind me. Just gonna invade your privacy. Hey, fucker. What you doing? You are the brave man from Celos. But this is the chamber of His Majesty King Albert. You're not allowed to go in. Why are you in here? Why are you in here, motherfucker? Whee! I know, I gotta run all the way back up, I don't care. King Albert has an escape slide. Alrighty. Let's go check on Shanna. Oh, there we go. It is a good view. From here we can see all of Basil. Might we even be able to see Celes? Celes is over the mountain. Besides, we cannot see it anyway because we are so far away. I hope everybody is safe. I'm sure they are okay. Yes, they are. According to the brief by my aide, most of the people in the village are safe. Really? I'm relieved to hear that. But it will take time to rebuild the village. Still good. I can meet everybody again. But we have bad news. Sandora is now readying itself to attack us. They're planning to use the dragon for the offensive on a hoax. A dragon. If they release that monster in the battle, it'll be total genocide. Our role, as the knighthood, is to stop it. I'm heading to Hoax now. Maintaining the battle line will determine the future of Basil. I have lived only for myself. I believed it was something I had to complete by myself, even if I had to leave Shanna and the people of the village behind. But when I came back, look at this. I'm almost lost my hometown again. Levitz, I'm going to Hoax with you. I don't want to see any more senseless bloodshed. What about the Black Monster? We have to end the war first. One Star makes up his mind. He never changes it. Of course, I'm going to. I cannot stand the war either. I can fight too. You guys. Everything is determined, and now we have to prepare. Then let's go to Baal now. There are item shops, weapon shops, and my home. Please meet my mother. She'll be happy because she hasn't had a guest for a while. Boop. Now, of course, I said the game gets really good after the cave. If you're still not convinced, after the Battle of Hoax, it gets even better. But yeah, let's go meet Dart's mom. Not Dart's mom, Levitz's mom. Christ. Dart's mother is dead. Quite dead. It sucks. Brett, why aren't you bringing up the fact that Dart's father is also dead? Is he? Is he, though? Boop. Mom, I'm home. Oh, Levitz. It's Levitz. I was worried because I didn't hear from you for a long time. Sandora's resistance was tougher than I thought. Don't worry, we defeated them. Your late father would be so proud to hear that. Levitz, what about Helena? Don't mention that to her. Sorry, but I don't want her to be worried. I don't know what he's talking about. He's a little weird in the head. Don't worry about him. He's unusual. He's a strange boy. Well, fine. I'm already happy just having you come home. But you brought a bride with you? My big baby. Mom, she is not. Oh, don't be shy. What's your name? Shanna? Shanna, my son is a little awkward and stubborn, but he is very sweet-natured. Good luck, Shanna. Do you mean it for real? Dart, don't be so silly. Mom, Shanna is Dart's sweetheart. What? Oh, please excuse me. But if you don't make it clear, it hurts her. I will say so from now on. She's just staring at me. Does it mean I am your girlfriend? I said it because otherwise Levitz will be in trouble. Levitz, please find somebody like her so that I can hold my grandchild in my arms. Jesus Christ! You're not a child anymore. Yeah, I know. And you'll stay here today, honey? Well, I was commanded to defend Hoax, so I have to leave as soon as... Oh, well, I understand. But you can have at least lunch, can't you? It'll be ready soon, honey. I'll give you a hand. Oh, there's no need. But then again, maybe. My pleasure. Well, what can we do till lunch? The lunch is not ready yet. What are you going to do? Show me around your house. This is the first time I've been in such a huge house. There's nothing interesting, but we can at least kill some time. Walk around wherever you like, and I'll tell you about it. This is my room. There is a cut in the pillar. Were you swinging your sword or something? No, I was measuring my height. But Vitz was a kid once? What do you mean? It was my parents' room. It's been my mom's room since my father passed away in the war. This is the library. There are many books on strategy. Are you interested in that, Dart? It's my weak point. I usually just swing my sword like a madman. What are you doing? Come here. He wants to show me something. I'll show you my treasure. Treasure? Here's my treasure. Please take a look at it. I see. It's a nice view of Endel's castle from here. This is what I saw every day when I was young. I grew up thinking, I'll be an admired knight just like my father, and I'll protect this country. Your dream came true. Yes, but the reality was much harder than I imagined back then. I feel all the more strongly how great my father was. To protect this country, I would tear the flesh from my body. It's the same passion you have towards Shanna. I just can't hold back. Because you know the importance of Shanna's life, you can risk your own. You were not a foolish daredevil when you ventured into Helena. Serdio is covered in war clouds now. You are the only one who can protect Shanna. You know that, don't you? Yeah. Dart, Levitz, the food is ready. Well, the princess needs us. Princess. She's like a baby sister to me. Princess. That's funny. As always, your meals are delicious, Mom. It's such a nice thing to hear. But I'll be even happier if you settle down with a bride soon. Dart, Shanna, we need to buy some things before we leave. Let's go. Are you ready to leave? Yes, we are ready. Yeah, everything is ready. Do you have medical herbs? Yeah, I do. Here, it's your favorite jerky. I made too much. Why don't you take some? It's okay. I have enough. How about this? My neighbor said she made too much too. Mom, everything is ready. Oh, wait, I forgot something. You give me luck, Mom. Oh, Levitz. You're grown up while you were away, honey. Our son became... You've grown up while you were away, honey. Our son became a great knight. If I could speak English. I was going to leave soon, but I'm a little bit tired. Say, why don't we stay here for the night? Great. Are the beds ready? Of course. I'll make your bed every day. I'll be upstairs. Mom, I actually want to take your jerky with me. I knew it. Come here. It's cute. Oh. Well, we got to enjoy running around Bale. Got to enjoy the castle and met Levitz's mother. All in all, pretty good. Next up on the next part, we're going to be heading for Hoax. It's going to be a lot less pleasant. So be prepared for that, everybody. But I hope you're enjoying it. Be sure to drop likes, drop comments. Let me know if you actually want to watch me play this. And I will see you all in the next part. Take care and good luck.